Award winners. Award winners were announced this year. This year's award winners were announced before the game. Um, Patrick Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year, which I have no quarrels over because
Not at all.
he allowed that Denver defense to basically run 10 players on half the field. Um, you had your Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota. A lot of people were talking about Dan Campbell. But look, Minnesota was not picked to win nothing this year.
Yeah, I think you and I both picked them to be terrible.
Yes.
So
At the very least, not good.
and to go from that to getting Sam Darnold rich.
Yes. Yeah, you made Sam Darnold a lot of money.
The most money when nobody expected Sam Darnold to ever make another dime, you got him rich, and with that alone, you deserve it.
Yep. And then, of course, your Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jaden Daniels. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Jared Verse. You knew that was kind of given.
Right.
Saquon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year. We'll come back to that. Put a pin in that. Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. I like that. That's cool. I don't think really anybody else came back from a season-ending injury and had the season he had. And there's also a tip of the cap to, hey, we saw you out there balling, but your team sucks. That's what that award is to me.
That's the real thing is you probably deserve, and I know Reggie's going to have his own opinions on that. You might deserve to be the MVP of not even of the NFL, of the world with what you got going on over there. One of your wide receivers ain't paid. The other one hates everybody. Trey Henderson wants to retire. The team just ain't that good. And then somehow you show up and look like a world beater. Respect.
So I like Joe Burrow there. Let's talk about MVP. Josh Allen won the Most Valuable Player award. All of that rhetoric I said earlier when I said Lamar Jackson should be MVP, and you said, well, the MVP is Patrick Mahomes. He's the most valuable player. And I was like, nah, it's the most valuable player this year. That backed it up for me, and it agreed with it all the way until they said Josh Allen. I just knew Lamar Jackson was the best player, at least best quarterback this year. So my first gripe is Josh Allen wasn't even the best quarterback this year. He was really good, but he wasn't better than Lamar. He really wasn't better than Joe Burrow. Number two, I hate that this is a quarterback award. This clearly should have been Saquon Barkley as the MVP. He broke the record for most yards, regular season, and playoff in history. He broke that record, broke Terrell Davis's record. He sat out the last game and finished with the second best rushing season of all time. And he clearly could have went and got that record, but he had integrity. And the fact that you give it to a quarterback when Saquon Barkley was clearly the most valuable player on that team until the Super Bowl, is a travesty and a steal and a sham. A Travis Shamockery is what I call it.
Shamrockery. So this is my opinion on it. It's very similar to, well, I guess the first thing is, I know the knee-jerk reaction is give it to Lamar. I don't think Lamar wants any more MVPs, to be completely honest with you. Because as you continue to stack MVPs and not stack Super Bowls, that's only going to it's not making his job any more difficult, but the press and the pressure around him is going to build up.
Definitely.
If he was pressure. If you have a third MVP and no Super Bowl appearance, that it just puts you in this weird space. So I think that was number one, like a little bit of a relief for Lamar. Number two, MVP, I think it's just more prominent in basketball because you have fewer players. but there is a hangover of to continuously give the MVP to the same guy.
Mhm.
So you want to, I know y'all like always want to hear it, but there's marketing that's involved in this. You want to
100%.
serve, you want to serve different markets. This gives you an opportunity to give Buffalo something here. Um, it ain't what you want to hear, but I understand why they gave it to Josh Allen. Now, I don't think that you could have given it to Joe Burrow because the
They
team's
suck.
success was, yes, the team's success doesn't match up. So if you can't give it to Lamar because Lamar gets it every year, and you can't give it to Joe Burrow because the team's success is so pitiful, well then it is between Josh Allen and Saquon. Now they're gonna say that Saquon's team is just infinitely better, which I think after we saw last night, it is infinitely better. So
Shout out to
it,
me.
yeah.
I called all of
So
that.
I gotta just it's not always what we want, but if you really look at it from an NFL point of view, this was probably the only pick they could have went with, to be completely honest.
Man, it's a DEI award. Y'all trying to do away with DEI and saying that it should be merit based and all of this stuff in life in the government. This is a DEI award, Shudder.
Well, it always has been a DEI award, or you would just give it to Patrick Mahomes every year. You would give it to Michael Jordan, and then you would just give it to LeBron, and there would be 3 MVPs ever.
No, we talked. Let's get into it. We talked about how y'all let the fox into the chicken coop. Y'all didn't let black quarterbacks
Come on,
play.
come on,
Y'all didn't let blacks play quarterback because we were too dumb. Y'all didn't let blacks quarterback play because we couldn't read coverages, we can't throw, we can't process. Now we're in an era where out of the top 10 quarterbacks, out of the top 5 quarterbacks, you would assume 3 or 4 of them are black, right? You would say Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to say Jalen Hurts, but I mean Jalen got to be in there, or Jay Daniels.
You looking too low. You looking too low. I say out of the top 15, blacks might have 10, 11.
Exactly. So you really didn't have any legs to stand on to give Josh Allen this award. He didn't have the best statistics passing. He didn't have the best statistics rushing. He didn't have the best TD to interception ratio. I think he did lead quarterbacks, or was tied for rushing touchdowns for quarterbacks, but I'm pretty sure he didn't lead it because of Jalen Hurts and tush push. So for him to win this with not leading the league in nothing tells me that they've been trying to give it, exactly, Sneaky, they've been trying to give it to Josh Allen for years, and they just didn't do it, and they found a way to do it this year.
I think that he's the happy medium for everybody. I mean, the answer is really Mahomes.
MVP ain't a happy medium. MVP is MVP.
But when you look at the people who are available, he's the happy medium of not this team with everybody. I'm not giving it to Lamar again. And Joe Burrow, your team just stinks. Josh Allen's team was good enough. He had a good enough season, and it's not the hangover awards. So those to me is why it kind of makes sense.
Man, if that's going to be it, then Jared Goff should be MVP. If that's going to be it, Jared Goff should be MVP.
Jared Goff, I mean, Jared Goff's team is, if you put Josh, and y'all know I like.
All right, now y'all want to do this conversation. We're going to do it now.
I like Goff. But if you put Josh Allen on the Lions,
put anybody on. You put Lamar on the Lions.
Right. Yes. That's what I'm saying, though. That team is that. That's the reason I think that Jared Goff is good. But when I talk about, I don't think that, you know what? How good is Jared Goff? Because he right up there now. He ain't. But I think he's like 6, 7, 8 good, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good.
We ain't talking about that. We're talking about MVP. MVP. He is this year. he should have belonged in that if you're gonna give it to Josh Allen, Jared Goff belonged in that conversation.
I think the Aiden, even though, no, can't say that. I don't know, man. I'm okay with it. Reggie don't like it.
I don't like it. It should be Saquon anyway.
Until next time. What should they do? Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, my friend. We here for it.